to do was that they said that to some specific year when the census was taken. They told us what her age was then, so we were able to backtrack up to the present day and find out what year she was born.
But you know what? She don't even know. She didn't even know.
I know.
And she didn't even know when her birthday
She
was.
didn't have any birthday. She chose her.
Who didn't know? Your mom?
This is my mother. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I've started to build a family tree on both Cody and my side, and I get stuck after the 4th generation. So I can find Cody's mom, of course, and dad. I find Cody's mom's father, right? And then I can find, I believe, his father, right? Yeah. But beyond that, there's like nothing. And I think part of that is because, and that's the same with my side. So my dad, Willie Hyles, his father, Marshall Hyles, and his father, Moses Hyles. I can find them. But once it gets to that 4th generation, it just goes blank. And I think that's because they were probably the last slaves. And that kind of proves a little bit evident when I talk to you all and you talk about just a couple generations back, family members being slaves or just being born at the end of slavery. You know, so I know that a lot of times what would happen is that once they became free, they would go and search, or either they would change their names, you know, because they were, like for instance, my last name is Hyles, right? And Hyles is not, like, when I research Hyles goes all the way back to like England and to some degree Irish background, you know. So one of the things that would happen when you were a slave is that they would give you your master's last name, and if you change masters 3 times, well, your last name changed in, right? Because the reason why they changed your last name is to make sure you are recognized as this man's property, you know. So when I look at the records and I start looking at all the other names that are similar to Hyles, you have Hyde, you have Hild, and it's almost like they just tweak the name or something. I don't know. Maybe those are true last names or whatever, but it's very difficult to find our records. You know, they didn't really keep good records. A lot of times, slave owners would they would just mark how many slaves they had if they did that.
Well, you know, Roots. Did you read Roots?
No, I didn't read the books, but I did definitely watch the series.
But anyway, Ellie Taylor. He used to come well, you didn't read the book, but he was talking about how he would be listening to his aunts. One of them lived in Inkster. And my niece is married to one of his cousins. Well, what's her grandmother? That's his grandmother, right?
What are you asking?
Portia married to that was his grandmother, right?
Who was his grandmother?
Ruth, Ellie Taylor's aunt.
His aunt?
Alice his aunt. That was his grandmother. That was his, Daryl's grandmother. Was one of those aunts. And he was saying how they would sit out on the porch and he would listen to the different words and he remembered that they would be using. And that was Mrs. Holt. And that was Lloyd and his mother. So that would be Daryl's grandmother. And so they went to one family reunion one year. I don't know, I never went to another one. But anyway. Some of those, them Holts, there's a whole lot of white in there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Huh?
Harold Holt?
Yeah.
And his brother?
No, not Harold, not Mr. No. You talking about Harold, that's his father. That was, no.
All right, my battery is about to die.
But I'm talking about the wife.
Okay, he wants to finish this.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, I just want to say thank you for the interview, for talking about things, and no, that it's been fantastic. We don't have to stop, but I'm gonna cut off the video now.